Yo, ho, ho, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody just rang my doorbell. Let me go ahead and check who that is, and then I will be right back. So happy, Bills Mafia Happy Hour. Let me go ahead and actually change up this brand as well, because we already know what's up with this, baby. Bocce Club Pizza. Hold up. Sorry about that, guys. It's been a day. It's been a day. That was just the mailman. Apparently, I just continuously go through just requiring that a signature is required for all of my mail. But we are good, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? Welcome to another edition of Bills Mafia Happy Hour. As always, your host, Dan Mitchell, and also sponsored by the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. Bocce Club Pizza, hands down. I legitimately will go on ahead and die on this hill. It is the best pizza on the face of the planet. And the best thing is that they are actually providing nationwide delivery. Simply just go to their website, pick what you want, and use code DAN. That is DAN, and you will get 10% off. 10% off your initial order just from going with that. So super excited to have everybody on the stream. Super excited to see this live chat completely pop off. We had a damn very, very exciting, and so 11 a.m. EST show today. Like 180 people were in there. We discussed the whole Stephon Diggs situation. We found out exactly what was wrong with Stephon Diggs when it came into it. But today, we have to talk about what's going on. What's going on with, let's just say, for example, the Buffalo Bills and the media absolutely disrespecting those fools, bro. Disrespected. They're sitting here, man. They're sitting there. They're trying to go on ahead and say that the Ravens are better than us, that the Dolphins, first off. As soon as when I heard the Dolphins are better than us, man, I knew that they were just hungry for absolute clicks. So we do need to discuss a little bit. I do want to get everybody's thoughts. This is happy hour, so let's hear exactly what everybody has to say, why you think the media is giving us some shit. Frankly, I'm fine with it. I am absolutely fine with the fact that the media is starting to disrespect us, because last year when we were just hyped up, like right to non-belief Super Bowl favorites, one of the two, it came and bit us in the ass. So I'm really hoping that this is exactly what went down with the Kansas City Chiefs, because last offseason, the Chiefs were so disrespected last year, right before the season started, sitting there being just like, oh, yeah, like they're done. The Denver Broncos are going to beat them. They're not even going to finish first in their division. They might not make the playoffs. And then they went out there and they just took a piss on absolutely everybody. And that's exactly what I'm thinking the Buffalo Bills are going to do this season, okay? With everybody hopping in, make sure you do smash that like button. Super easy way to support the channel. And it's free, right? And then it also does a fantastic job in promoting my content throughout the YouTube algorithm. Definitely one of the best things you can do. Smash that like button like it owes you money, ladies and gentlemen. Love each and every single one of you. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and hit this chat real fast. See what's going on. Jacob Spears is coming in saying the Buffalo Bills deserve respect. I could care less if any other outside fan base gives us respect or if the national media gives us respect. Whatever. Who cares? You know what? I think that we are a much better team when there's a chip on our shoulder than for us being like the unanimous favorites, right? Let's go out there and prove a lot of people wrong. See what's going on. CD is saying that the Bills regime handles business sketchy at times. I think you might be talking about the whole Stephon Diggs situation. I think that there's some sort of animosity right between the players and the coaches. I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact of that new wide receivers coach as well. I don't think Diggs was happy about that hire at all, but here we are. And so Gabriel said Ravens too. They said, yeah, which first off, like I see the Ravens finishing third in their division. Browns will finish first. And so the Bengals will be the second place team, and then the Ravens will be third. And then afterwards will be the Steelers. And so the Bills won 13-3 with injuries everywhere. Of course, dude. Listen, like nobody looks at context. Everybody refuses to look at context, especially when it comes down into the Buffalo Bills and really anybody else, man. It's just, and Anthony John's coming in saying just hating and jealous. We have Bobby HZ. Yo, rather be underdogs. I would much rather be an underdog. I would 1,000% rather be an underdog than anybody else. MB41 is coming in saying the Bills slander is everywhere. It really is, man. Like between, oh man, like, and so we're even getting it from like Kyle Brandt as well, right? Like dude was like meat riding us for years, and all of a sudden he's starting to step away too. But I'm not sitting here begging for respect, you know what I mean? I could honestly care less, but we'll see what's going on. Ronald Enix is coming in saying they will be just fine. Absolutely good. So better than hearing about Super Bowl all off season. I know, right? I would much rather us just sit there and get a lot of disrespect. I would rather have people count us out than us go on ahead. And so they hop on the meat. So about midway through the season. No, actually, like, please just go on ahead and just give us uh, all the hate in the face of the planet. And so I'm just ready for our play to shut everyone up. You and me both, man. You and me both. Pez Buff's coming in saying they just pray for our downfall. Buffalo versus the world. They really do, man. Each and every single time. And so the media is turning on the Bills because of the dig situation. They can smell the blood in the water. I feel like it's okay. I think that they squashed everything. I really don't foresee it being that much of an issue. And so I think 2021 was our year. A lot of people lost faith after that. Hey, listen, you know what? And so I'll tell you what, I have lost zero faith in this team. And so I think that I'd say we're the best version of ourselves going into 2023. I'm not going to lie to you. That just goes to show you how high I am on Dalton Kincaid. It's absolutely incredible. So come on, Bills fans. What downfall? When was you good? When was you good? Okay, bro. Here, let's take a look. When were we good? Let's see. Let's see. So this game comes to mind. Let's see. What else? What else is pretty solid? Right there. That's pretty solid too. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's pretty solid. Let's go back to 2021. Why not? But 2021. That. Oh, yeah, that one too. Yeah, that's pretty solid. What about 2020? Let's go to 2020. Oh man. Oh, right there. For the past 3 years that we've been dominating your has-been organization. For the past 3 years when we've been dominating your has-been organization. Literally. You guys are like the epitome of that dude that peaked in high school. Days are over, still holding on to it. Pathetic. And so the Bills definitely play better when disrespected. I completely agree with you. There's actually a good amount of people going around saying the Bills will miss the playoffs. And I really hope those people put a lot of money in Vegas that that's going to happen because I just want to see them lose. Dan, and so did you see the Craig Carton podcast? I didn't. What did it have to say? So the Wolf of Odin says the Chiefs, the Bengals, Jaguars, Chargers, Bills. This guy's a Philly fan. And, bro, like, I'm happy for the Eagles. I've never had any issue with the Philadelphia Eagles in the face of the planet. But, like, when you are, like, one of two teams that can actually play football, like, at the NFL level in the NFC conference, of course you're going to make the Super Bowl. All 5 of those teams you just listed would have made the Super Bowl over the Eagles if they were in the NFC. Hands down. Hands down. No questions asked that the Bills would have taken your place in the Super Bowl last year. All 5 of these teams would have steamrolled your conference. They would have been the first seed in the NFC. No questions asked. Absolutely. And now once your defensive line is gone and you're sitting there just hoping that these rookies are going to attempt to try and fill those gaps, you're wild. You're absolutely wild. These people in here, bro, sitting behind a phone, bro. Sitting behind a phone. Be like, oh, yeah, man. Forget about it, bro. And so pissed off Josh Allen is the best Josh Allen. He really is. Jacob Finnegan is coming in saying, it's because y'all have been crowned the Super Bowl champs for the past 3 years and you continue to fall short. And yeah, I mean, and so I'm not going to sit here and just say that they haven't disappointed me. They've certainly disappointed me, and they've definitely have made like a lot of national media heads look like that they didn't know what they were talking about, and we just couldn't like win like the big game. You know what I mean? But I'm fine with it. I'm 100% fine. 100% fine with the Buffalo Bills being underdogs because right now I think with all that pressure was the biggest issue that had them. Let's see. Jordan Smith is saying that Bills start rocking it in 52 days, preseason week 1 versus the Colts. This is going to be a difficult time, man, because now it's like training. Now it's like that lull between mini camp and then training camp, which doesn't start until the end of July. So this is going to be a long, long lull. right between it. But I do promise you that I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that I keep you guys as entertained as humanly possible for Bills Mafia Happy Hour, and then also the Dom Mafia live show, which happens at 11 a.m. EST every single Monday through Friday. Same thing with Bills Mafia Happy Hour. Love hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Smash that like button. Super easy way to support that channel. It takes less than a second, and it is entirely free. Definitely appreciate that. And so I'm totally okay with teams being a dark horse this year instead of the hype. Me too. In fact, I missed that. And so I look back like in like the 2020 year, like right in that 13-second heartbreaker loss. Completely wild. Scott Woodley is saying best roster in the NFL, in my opinion. Absolutely. And Jacob Spears is sitting here. And Josh Allen is laughing at the disrespect. Philly Wolf 90 is saying they was good enough to make it to the AFC title game only to choke like the Cowgirls. This kid's got to be like 15. Smash those Pats fans, Dan. Yo, listen, man. Sometimes I just need to show receipts. I just have to show receipts. And so I like how they're ignoring all the additions the Bills made along with all the injured players we have, coming back and acting as if the Bills didn't get better and everyone else in the division did. Because I feel like national media is really trying to take advantage of all of the fan bases who hate the Buffalo Bills. They see it on Twitter and they see how much they want the Bills to be bad. So they feed into it. Because like I said, it's the offseason. They want to be able to talk some shit, right? And so they want to be able to talk some shit so that they can pan to that audience and that they can get views. I mean, the perfect example is Good Morning Football just decided to not like air their show at all this week because they have nothing to talk about, right? So I feel like that they're starting to take some of these outlandish takes so that they can just get more views, because anger allows people to watch your stuff more often. It's just how it is. And Gabriel says that Dan shuts down haters like a great cornerback. Happens all the time, baby. Happens all the time. And so anybody that comes on and like talks like shit, like, I mean, like I have like zero respect for them because like they don't have the balls to go on and actually put their takes on the internet, like go on ahead and like actually like speak into a camera and put everything out there. So if someone's going to come in here and try talking shit, like, yeah, like I'm going to absolutely wreck you. But the good thing is that they're hiding behind a phone screen. So I'm not publicly embarrassing them because they don't have the confidence to actually have their real identity out there. So yeah, 110%. If somebody comes on here, dude, starts, you know, just sort of trying to talk their crap, 110%. 110%. And so let the media talk. Bills will prove them wrong. They absolutely will. Last year, with considering all issues and drama that the Bills went through, I think they did bloody well last year, all things considered. Dude, 13-4, come on. So many teams in the NFL would absolutely die for that record. With all the adversity that they went through, still went 13-4, and they just ended up losing the playoffs. Like, it's funny because I feel like it's very difficult to really be able to go out there and say, okay, this team is undoubtedly the best team in the league. It's very difficult to do that for a number of different reasons. Number one, this isn't like football or basketball or hockey, where there is a large sample size of competition between the teams, right? There's no 3-game series. There's no 5-game series. There's no 7-game series. A lot of the playoffs has to do with luck. It really, really does. Because out of all of the teams in the playoffs, say, for example, every round, right? Not that this would ever happen realistically. Once you get to the divisional round in the playoffs, and no one can convince me otherwise. If there was a 3-game series, or a 5-game series, not that this would happen. This is the NFL, and these players would probably have to retire at 23 or 24 years old. Not a single team would sweep anybody. It's just how it is. It's an any given Sunday sort of situation, right? It's a game of inches. One play goes well. One 50-50 ball gets batted away, or it gets caught in, and it tells an entire different story. So that's why a lot of these things absolutely just drive me nuts. Like when people try to say, oh, yeah, man, you're dumb. It's like unanimous, blah, 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 blah. You don't know anything. Nothing. B. McD is saying that, did he say the Jaguars? Top 3? Okay, one thing I will say is that I do like the Jaguars a lot this year. I do like the Jaguars. I do see them winning the division. Do I see it being a tough game for the Bills? Absolutely. But we're just going to have to see. 31 teams fall short every year. 110%. 110%. It's such a juvenile take. I don't know. And so Bills were only Super Bowl favorites last year. What is the narrative going around? The Bills have been favorites every year? Yeah, they haven't been, bro. They haven't been. And so definitely a lot of people hype them up, but last year was the only year where I saw a unanimous Bills are winning the Super Bowl. Dude, it's just people being dumb. It's just people being stupid and just reading tweets on the internet and just being like, "Oh, that must be a fact, bro. We're good." So my dude King Jamie is coming in saying, "Let them talk. They said last year the Chiefs were going to flop. It's just your turn, boys." That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Please, I would hope for us to follow that exact same storyline as the Chiefs last year, where everyone and their mother was sitting there just counting us out, and then we just go on a rampage and just announce to the world that we still exist. And so as long as Josh Allen plays, and so the window will always be open, buddy, just like for the Chiefs and the Bengals. I love this. These endless nights are saying, remember the disrespect. Let it fuel you. Let it fuel you 110%, y'all. Let it fuel you 110%. We got Jordan Smith coming in saying, most teams would be good playing Danny Dimes and Sam Howell twice a year in the NFC East. Most of them would. Dude, I would love that. Guys sitting over there. And so thinking that, and so the record they had was something to brag about, man. So they play with a bunch of glorified, high school JV teams. We play better as the underdog. We have a taste for disrespect. So Billy Williams is coming in saying, you are a realist unlike TD. I love TD, though, bro. That's my boy. That's my boy. In fact, I feel like TD has to be delusional, bro. Otherwise, how would his mental health be if TD was a realist? How would TD's mental health be, right? That man loves the Dolphins. And so if he wasn't so much Dolphins at the Super Bowl every single year, bro, he's got it. He's got it, man. His mental health is key. So Jacob Finnegan's coming in saying, Jets fan here. Bills 12-5, Jets 12-5, Dolphins 8-9-4, Pats 6-11. I'm fine with that. I've said that. In fact, I think it's super reasonable as well. In fact, I think it's super, super reasonable that first and second in the AFC East will have the exact same record, but it's going to be determined on a tiebreaker. So that right there, I could certainly see being very, very, very reasonable. A very reasonable take. So B McD is saying and so you almost lost all three. Hold on. So for a second, I got to ask you something right here. So I got to ask you something real fast. Hold on. Okay. Almost lost all three. Where is this is the win column. This is the loss column. This is the tie column. Where is the almost loss column? Where is that? Because you would think that it would be between tie and percentage, but where is it? Where is the almost loss column? Right? Because I'm super confused. Where is it? What's up, Damon? How's life, man? 13-4 with no Vaughn or Hyde for the playoffs and injured Allen. The Hamlin situation, deadly blizzards, and the Pagula Hell situation. I mean, oh yeah. Yeah, this team was going through the absolute ringer. PBT's sorry, bro. No disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect, man. And so I just chirping a little. Spin is saying, and so I don't Bills will take the East by 2 games. He's thinking that. And so if anything is like people think Rodgers is only going to make Allen bring up the level of the A game, it's going to be a good game. I'm excited to see everything. And so I'm excited to see that game week 1. I'm going to be there, obviously, for the AFC East Roundtable event. I'm super excited to meet a lot of you guys. Say, for example, that you are going. And so the AFC East is stacked on defense. All teams probably top 10 of the league. Absolutely. And so we have that Eagles fan come in here, just be like, oh, man, oh, I'm the Eagles. Like, meanwhile, like, there's like 2 other teams in the NFC that are even like worthy of being in the NFL in general, especially last year. Crazy stuff. Will It Grow is coming in. Listen, Mitchell. Oh, wow, bro. I'm going last name basis over here, baby. He said, what the Bills are lacking is coaching. I agree. I would say out of each and every single crazy playoff loss we have had, like, can be pointed like right to the coaching. We have the personnel. It's just the coaching just keeps punching us in the foot, which is super unfortunate. We got Cam coming in saying, Dan, what finally overall rating and so do you think the Bills will have after the season? I think 92. As far as like a Madden rating. And so I think that's realistic. Mark says, love going on Dolphins YouTube channels and telling the truth by Socratic reasoning and using purposeful questions that a truthful answer will delete their delusion and they choke on the words. It's the best thing. It's the best thing in the world. Life is good, and so I got my wisdom teeth out Friday, so I haven't been able to eat much, which sucks. Oh, dude, listen, I really hope you have a super fast recovery. That surgery sucks. Trust me, I got it a long time ago. It's not fun, so I definitely wish a speedy recovery, and so just enjoy all the smoothies and ice cream, because I know that I certainly did when it came down to it. So I agree. And so my aunt, and who is a nurse in Western New York, had the unfortunate task of letting people know, oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, Jordan. That's terrible. Aquatic L is coming in saying, how do you rank Allen, Burrow, and Mahomes? I have Mahomes, Allen, then Burrow. Sadat is coming in saying, what up, Dom Mafia Bills? Let them haters hate. As life... no, as we got Allen. And so as long as we have Allen, no sweat, we got this. I feel like we have a better roster this year. I 110% agree with you. I really do, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really do. Guys, say, for example, you are just tuning in. I go live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST at 5 p.m. EST. This right here is Bills Mafia Happy Hour, brought to you by Bocce Club Pizza, the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. Hands down. You can't convince me otherwise. Okay, right now, I do live in South Carolina. I've lived here since I was about 13, 14 years old, and I miss pizza from up north so bad, okay, specifically Bocce Club Pizza, hands down. But luckily, they are delivering nationwide. So say, for example, you have a family member that's not in Buffalo anymore, and you want to send them over a taste of home. Or say, for example, you're not in Buffalo anymore, or you are in Buffalo, and you want Bocce Club Pizza, simply just type in code DAN, D-A-N, and they will send you over a beautiful pie. You simply just throw it in your oven, and boom, some of the best pizza on the face of the planet. Check that out. Show them some love. Proud sponsor of Bills Mafia Happy Hour. Show them some love. Great guys over there. I love everything they do. Absolutely love it. Raymond Joss is coming in. Go Bills. Go Bills, Raymond. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. We have Jacob Finnegan coming in saying Jets gave the Bills their 2 worst offensive games of the year. Oh, yeah, man. Dude, listen, I have no hate right with the Jets. And so their defense is crazy. Great secondary. They have a great D-line. So I think both of those games are going to be pretty tough. And so I like being hated on because we get to prove them wrong. Absolutely. So Gabriel says that what's the topic of the next AFC East roundtable? That's a great question, man. We go live on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Haven't really put a lot of thought into it. We'll probably come up with something interesting, see what's going on. So make sure you tune in just to see. We got YPN coming in, 519, saying this Bills team is coming back with a vengeance this year. They are hungry for a Super Bowl. We really are, man. We got to eat. We have to eat. And Jordan Smith says, praise the Lord, nobody has mentioned D-Hop. Thank God. I'm done talking about that guy. I'm done talking about that guy. We find out who sits on the throne of the AFC East for years to come. We do. I love it. So if we lose to the Jets week 1, steer clear of Nick Wright for the next 2 weeks. Definitely don't. Oh, my God, dude. And so if we lose to the Jets, I am not watching any outside media except for my channel. That's it. Because otherwise, I'll just be in an absolute bad mood. So I take it they don't deliver to the UK then, maybe for the London game. Oh, Red Star. Dude, I really wish they did, man. It's only in the US, unfortunately. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. But say if you're ever in Buffalo for a game or in the States, let me know and I'll send you one, man. Because like you have to taste it. You absolutely have to taste it. It's crazy. So I mean, to be fair, certain members of Bills Mafia were nauseating last year, but I know it's coming from passion, but it was brutal to listen to sometimes. I could think of maybe a couple more that are pretty rough. And so Jets are in and out. Suckers. They'll be right back in the basement. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chris is coming in. He's definitely trolling. He's definitely trolling. We got to get D up. Look at that. That's funny. So the 2 or 3 teams will win 10 games and miss the playoffs in the AFC. I can see that for sure. Where would you rank the Bills' defense in the AFC East? It's going to be tough because I feel like everybody else was pretty close last year. We're just going to have to see when it comes down into injuries, into the first couple of games in the regular season. I think all of them are pretty damn close, man. And so I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 defenses finish in the top 10 as far as scoring defenses, as far as, man, I mean, I could see all 4 of those defenses finishing in the top 10 this year. I really could. And that's like a very reasonable take. And so I really don't think anybody can argue against that. It's a defensive dominated, I'd say, division. It's rough. Rank how you think our division will finish. I think Bills, Finns, Pats, Jets. Ooh, Chris is coming in. Okay, I'm going to say Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Pats. That's me. That defense question is crazy. Levi is coming in saying, what about Sauvers, an underrated pickup? So dude's like 6'4". He's like definitely a big body. But, man, like I think that this competition is going to be pretty crazy. So, like, I would say receivers that are not named Diggs, Gabe Davis, Shorter, Sherfield, Hardy. It's going to be very hard for some of those like not as familiar names to make this team because I don't see the Bills carrying more than 6. But I'm very curious to see like what some of those not as known players are going to do, especially once this rolls in. YPN is coming in saying the biggest thing I'm worried about is where the corners are at, right? Who's going to be CB2? That's a absolute crazy question that's been dominating as of late. I mean, you pick up Kyler Elam like in last year's draft. He's known for man coverage. But now when it comes down to it, most people are saying that Benford's going to be CB2. And that's just because McDermott loves running zone. And I guess Elam really isn't the best when it comes to zone coverage. So I think Benford might be that starter again. But it's finally over. Or just the beginning. And so Levi says 6'6", 6'6". Damn, I stand corrected. Jordan Smith is coming in saying, when are you doing your video on the 53-man roster? This week. This week we're going to do it. We're going to do a way too early 53-man roster video sometime this week. Maybe Friday or something along those lines. What I'll do is I'll have like the full roster up and everything along those lines. And then like we'll just cross out names that I think are going to get the boot and get down to 53 together. I think that might be good. Then I might even have some guests on as well. So to help me sort of dissect everything. Dan says Fangio sucks. Look at Denver. And so I know that he wasn't ideal, especially when it came into a head coach, but he's a good defensive coordinator. And really, I think anything that they did compared to last year is going to be an improvement, but we're not going to know until the regular season. And guitarist Michael Stark is coming in saying, love your channel, bro. I still have a bad taste from the Bengals game. I feel like we all do, man. I feel like we all do. Like, we still have some open wounds that just need to be attended to. And so I'm here just for the healing process. Whatever you do, don't go back and watch my live stream from last week, because we went through the tape from the Bengals game, and that was actually very sad. So say that you don't want to hurt yourself, then definitely don't go watch that. CB2, but is White going to be 100% back to an all-pro level? Stephen Arthur, I mean, that's a great question, and I feel like a lot of us are hoping that's the case. From the videos that I've seen from minicamp, it seems that he's moving well. He's moving very well. I feel like he did very good with like the limited amount of games that he played last year. We're just going to have to see, especially in training camp once pads go on, but he's still young, man. He's still young. And like nowadays, I've seen a lot of people come back and still actually play at a very, very high level, even with an ACL injury. So let's just cross our fingers and hope that Trey can just go out there, stay healthy. And it doesn't even need to be all pro level. Like, give me like 85% of what he used to be, and things are going to be solid. Because McDermott's scheme is actually pretty damn good for the most part, outside of the fact that he just doesn't adjust. Or, I mean, rather that's Frazier, not so much McDermott. We got to see how that like pans out. But I don't know. That's my move. But we'll see. We got Backbone 5 saying Howard isn't going to fit in Fangio's system. I thought for sure they would have traded him by now. He's best at press man. Hey, listen. And so if X is not out there and it's just Jalen Ramsey, or say that he's not going to excel in that system, that's fine. That's just a weakness that Josh needs to take care of. Who's your second favorite team, dude? Football, there's no second favorite team, man. I'm actually like super against wearing any other jersey or memorabilia or apparel of any other football team whatsoever. With other sports, like I'm a bit more lenient. Like with baseball, for example, like I have so many different baseball jerseys that I'll wear. Same thing with like hockey. Same thing with basketball. But like football, man, like I'm like Bills and only Bills. Like there's no second team. And so I do love the sport of football. I love the history. I love watching football. But as far as like who I root for, I really just want to see a good game. Say that the Bills aren't playing. So wouldn't say that I have a second favorite team. There's certainly teams that I think are fun to watch. But as far as like a second favorite team, nah, man. Bills and only Bills, baby. Darnell's coming in saying, Dan, I'm from Buffalo, and you're right about Bocce's pizza. But then also Leonardi's pizza was pretty good. Dude, listen, man, I'm a big Buffalo pizza guy. But I'm glad for all the love. So Stephen Arthur's coming up saying no second favorite team, but I like other players. Yeah, for sure. And so like I said, some teams are very fun to watch, right? But as far as like a second favorite team, oh, YPN is coming in. Which big player will not make the team this year, the squad? So maybe not even be released. Like I could see Boogie Basham being released. I could see AJ Epinesa potentially being a trade guy, like a trade target for some picks next year. But those two were the only two on my radar for the most part. And so Sauce is a great corner. Absolutely. But hey, guys, listen, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of Bills Mafia Happy Hour. As always, guys, remember, I go live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and then also at 5 p.m. EST. If that's your cup of tea, smash that like button right on your way out and make sure you subscribe and join the family. We do a lot of fun stuff this offseason, and I have a lot of plans for the regular season as well, so show some love. Go show some love to Bocce Club Pizza. They are shipping nationwide. Just go to their website, use code DAN, D-A-N, make it work. Love you guys, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Deuces.